If we have any folks from law enforcement that are watching tonight, and of course, you know, they see this,
yeah,
and they may not be aware of these civil remedies, and that may be such an excellent way to attack this problem in our community. So I just would encourage anybody in law enforcement to call us tonight.
I appreciate you saying that, Kirby, and quite candidly, anyone out there, if you suspect from any encounter with someone that they appear to be, something appears amiss or just wrong about the circumstances, there's no harm in calling the National Human Trafficking Hotline to report that incident.
Right.
You know, this crime permeates our society because it just hides in plain sight by virtue of the fact that there's not enough awareness, which is why being aware of the signs and symptoms of human trafficking. If you're staying in a motel and you see several women in an adjacent room, a lot of activity in and out of that room, whether they're scantily clad, appear to be not related, appear to be nervous around anyone that is just passing by. Those are the types of indicators that it can't hurt to call the trafficking hotline or your local law enforcement just to let them know that you have these suspicions.
Let me ask you in that vein, Greg, let's say I see something in a motel, or I see a business that doesn't look right to me, or a house maybe in my neighborhood. If I make that phone call, is there any repercussions to me for that?
Absolutely no repercussions to you. In fact, the only thing that can happen is somebody can be saved or rescued. Otherwise, it gets looked into and there was nothing wrong or nothing about that situation that was criminal. But it's better to alert someone if you have those suspicions than to just let it go by, because that's what allows this crime to survive, is that there's just not enough awareness and not enough activity from persons who have suspicions because of either fear, and the same for the victims themselves. There is a hotline for victims to call. This happens in Alabama. Just over this past year, there have been 185 calls that have originated in Alabama to the National Human Trafficking Hotline. We know this crime, much like child sexual abuse and sexual assault, is an underreported crime. So 184 is drastically low for the reality that is out there, but it is still a shocking amount.